the best for your family.
See, that's why I like the company.
Can you find a cheaper system? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah, 100%. It's like getting like a Pinto versus. Then Pintos used to be that you hit them in the back or they explode.
Something like that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get one.
I feel like there's little shoebox cars right now that are like the same thing. You touch that car the wrong way, it's going to blow up.
Yeah. It's good until it gets hit.
Be Nice Individuals Podcast.
Hey folks, this is Thaddeus on the Be Nice Individuals Podcast, which is hosted here at the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio. I have a very special guest in studio. He actually goes to my church. We go to the same church. And also, he's in one of the networking groups that I'm in. Really cool individual. Really love his personality, his energy, And so it's nice to have nice individuals on the Be Nice Individuals Podcast. But I have Cliff here with Liberty Pure. It's a water filtration system. And I'm going to let him describe more about it. Cliff,
yes.
How you doing today, brother?
Man, Thaddeus, good to be here with you guys. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm a little tired, though.
Yeah.
My sleep has been kind of jacked. Stuff is going on, and you probably know.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk too much about that, but I'm going to try and keep my energy up.
Let's do it.
Through the power of the Lord.
Let's do some push-ups. Want to do some push-ups?
No.
Okay.
See, I just came from the gym, man. I already did that.
Texting you.
Yeah. And my calves are trash because I was off for 4 months.
Yep.
And normally what I do is I train calves every day.
Yeah.
Because I don't have nice calves.
I love calves. I hate thighs.
You hate thighs?
I can't do thigh day.
No?
No. Squats are not in me. No.
All right. So, Cliff, I know you from BNI. That's why I first met you, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't even know that was you when I was texting you on Facebook. And you're like, I've already been to BNI.
Yeah.
I've met you.
Out in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
St. Augustine, I remember.
Yeah. And it's just cool that we are sitting down here, and we've never actually sat down, but we run in some of the same circles.
Yeah,
obviously.
we had a really great conversation at church. Actually,
yeah, we did. Yeah. And then you recognized me first, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's tell the people kind of what you do and really what you're about.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what I do is I help families get on clean water. Okay. And that's my passion. I've been doing it for 10 years now. I am blessed by the Lord to work with a company like Liberty Pure, who makes just a phenomenal product that just overwhelms families with just the purest water, And so a little background on them. Liberty Pure has been in business for 43 years now.
Oh, wow.
And we've been expanding, across states. And now we're here in Florida. And again, I've been doing this with 10 years now with them. So super excited about that. But we go into families' homes and we test their water just to give them an idea of what they're actually working with, and that's a free water test. It doesn't cost them anything for us to come out and visit with them. And we really pride ourselves on leaving it up to the family. Are you happy with what you have? Here's the results of what we came up with.
Right.
Or would you like clean water coming through your home? And we leave the decision up to them.
Yeah.
You don't get that high pressure sales tactics.
Oh, I like that.
Any of that stuff. Just what is best.
I don't like the high pressure sales tactic is what I'm saying.
Does.
I said I like I like that you leave it up to them. That sounds cool.
No one wants that in their home. They want to be able to make an informed, educated decision.
Sure.
And it's my job to give them the information they need to make that informed, educated decision. But when I go into someone's home, I don't know what their finances look like. I don't know what their what plans they may have coming up, or if they're about to take a cruise.
Sure.
I have no idea what they're budgeting for. So, one thing I like to tell every family is water is the only thing we use every single day.
For sure.
That's the only thing. So we're out there not just to protect the pipes, the plumbing, the spigots, the appliances, the toilet, the shower, the hot water heater. We're also out there to protect your family as a unit. Your health, your hair, your skin, your teeth, everything you're drinking and consuming.
Right.
A lot of families don't realize, they think they have this great water softener. And, we were talking about a member from our group that I met with
for sure
just the other day, and she had a softener, And she had me come out and test the water just to make sure it was working. And it was working perfectly. The water was completely soft. But then we checked the chlorine. And she had more chlorine in the water than a swimming pool should have.
Wait. Let me pause you. So, would the water softener system have been affecting the chlorine level?
No. It's something that the city puts in the water. So,
okay.
So, if you don't add chlorine to the water, it'll gain bacteria from the city supply to your house. So they use the chlorine to kill the bacteria. And they kind of leave it up to you as a family to remove the chlorine before you ingest it, bathe in it, brush your teeth with it, cook coffee, teas, juices, anything like that. So you can go out and buy a box system from Home Depot, and you can get it fairly inexpensive, pay a private plumber to install it, but it's not going to be doing the job. In 6 months, the chlorine's going to eat right through everything on the inside of that container, and you'll be buying another one, or you just gradually get used to hard water again.
Sure.
So our system's a 5-stage unit. So it's going to remove the chlorine and ammonia. It's going to balance your pH or boost your pH. It's going to soften the water, and then it's also going to filter the water.
Okay.
So you're getting really good, clean, soft, filtered water coming into your home, protecting everything that we just talked about, but mostly protecting your family.
So with the chlorine removal, is it removing it completely before you?
Yep.
So is the chlorine then, is it more necessary with water storage so nothing like grows while it's being stored, and then it's not as important as it's being on demand into your body or whatever?
Yeah. So
I don't know if I'm explaining that right.
So bacteria can grow from city supply and all the way to your house.
Sure.
All those pipes that has to travel to get to your house, it can collect bacteria along the way. Okay. So the chlorine assures that bacteria is not coming into your home and your family's not going to get sick. So it's not necessarily a terrible thing that there's chlorine in the water.
Right.
It's a terrible thing that just imagine going to a pool, and when you go to a pool and you go swimming, you want to come home and you want to get that chlorine off of you.
Right. For sure.
You don't want to be bathing in more chlorine than you were just swimming in.
Right.
Okay. So our system's going to assure that there's no bacteria in your water, because the city, handles that. They do a very good job at taking care of that. And I see a lot of complaints on Facebook about, the odors and the smells and things like that in the water. Well, that's what it is. Unless you're on well water, then you're talking about sulfur. Okay, which we can also help with that too. But I see a lot of complaints on Facebook, and a lot of people don't know who they can trust. They don't know which way to turn, and they're putting out all these plumbers who are just basically buying the box systems and installing them, not really understanding the dynamics of what helps families get on clean water. It's not just about softening it. It's about removing the toxins that are in the water also and softening it. So we're assuring essentially that every family doesn't just have soft water. They have clean, soft water.
Okay, so you guys also are filtering it more to make sure it's clean? Is that accurate?
It's going through 5 stages.
The chlorine is getting removed, but there's still some type of system.
There's additional stages. There's also a filter at the bottom, because there's no such thing as a no salt water softener. It just doesn't exist. It takes salt to soften and clean the water system. So a lot of people have this misconception that they can go out and buy a saltless water softener. So it's a water purifier. Beyond that, I don't know what it does, but it doesn't remove all that rock, sand, salt, dirt, metal, lead, and copper that's in the water. So only a salt-based water softener can do that. Okay. So essentially what's going to happen is it's going to come from the street, and it's going to hit our stainless steel 5-stage system, which we put a 25-year warranty on. Okay. It's going to hit that system, and it's going to remove and kill that chlorine and ammonia. It's going to soften the water, removing all that rock, sand, salt, dirt, metal, lead, and copper. There's a pH balancing in there, and then there's also a filter at the bottom, and that filter is going to remove any of that salt or sodium that was used to clean the system before it comes back up a pipe in the middle and then directly into your hot water heater and the rest of your house. So we're literally ensuring everything in your home is operating on very clean water. And with that, we also offer a 5-stage reverse osmosis system that goes under the kitchen sink. So any bottle of water that you purchase, whether it's Aquafina, Dasani, Walmart Great Value, if it says purified on it, it's going to say on the label, purified by reverse osmosis. So we're giving you a purified bottled water factory right at your kitchen sink.
Okay, so it's not just a softening system that's in the garage itself, right?
Garage or outside install.
Outside,
Yep.
you're also given a reverse osmosis system.
Comes with the package.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep, comes
That's
with the
pretty cool.
package, free installation.
Mm-hmm.
We do all of our financing through a client called ISPC. That is our financing company. So we offer every family no money down, free installation, and no payments for 30 to 45 days.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Now, our system is just like anybody else's. It retails, way up there, high in the sky at 10 grand. Okay. But we always do an in-home new homeowner special. And if you're not a brand new homeowner, don't worry. We're going to offer you that in-home special anyway.
Sure.
So we do $67.45 for the system with no money down and $87 a month in 30 to 45 days.
That's nice that you were able to throw that out there, because a lot
We
of
don't hide anything.
I like that, man.
We don't hide anything. We're here to help, not hurt.
So here's my experience. I'll tell you this. There was I was out cutting my grass or something. I don't know what I was doing. And there was a guy came through, and I was actually trying to get him to a networking thing because he was out camping. So I was like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I want to show you this water stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. And I want to show you this networking thing.
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, cool. Let's set up a time.
Yeah.
Okay. So they sent their guys, right?
Yep.
And you know how they do the scare thing.
Sure,
where
scare
your
thing.
water's black. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude.
Yeah.
But then it started at 10,000.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he was talking to an actual manager or if he was just
And
pretending.
they just keep piecing their way down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude,
We don't do that.
I'm in sales.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. He's like, yeah, they like everything,
Yeah.
but the price. Can
Do
you
think
work
I
with
could
them? on
offer them this special?
Exactly,
Here's the thing. We're family owned and operated, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
treat every family like they're our family. So
Yeah.
we want you to know the price up front.
That's nice.
The price up front is $6,745. That's what it's going to cost us.
Yeah.
To ensure that your family is on clean, soft water for the next 25 years. So we do have a full fleet of service. I am the go-to contact for every one of my families that ever gets a water system from me. They call me with any issues, if there is any issues, which I don't get very many calls. So
That's
I
good.
just got a referral on the way over here from a realtor. So,
Oh, that's
yep,
nice, dude.
Yep. But yeah,
That's refreshing, man.
we don't
That's refreshing.
hide anything. We want you to know up front, hey, this is what it is. This is what it's going to take. And if you want to pay cash, you can pay cash.
Oh, really?
We'll take an additional 5% off that $67.45.
Oh, that's nice.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
But a lot of people really enjoy that financing option where they don't have to come up with money right away.
Right.
They're going to be able to get through the holidays before they spend anything. And we do have an opportunity right now to get people installed and have them on clean water through the holidays without coming up with any money. It's just refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
And I know when someone comes to my home, being in sales for the last 25 years,
Yeah.
when someone comes to my home, I want to know the price.
Right.
That's what I want to know. That's what everybody wants to know.
Sure.
So I don't want someone sitting there wasting my time for 3 hours
Right.
Before they get to that.
Because they got to scare you first.
They gotta, and I'm not here to do that. I'm not
Yeah.
here to do that.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
what we're about.
Right.
We live in Florida. Florida's second worst in America for water. California
Really?
beat us.
Really?
Yes, that's a fact.
See, I'm from St. Louis, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like one of the better places
Yeah.
for water.
So we can't blame it on Palm Coast. We can't blame it on Jacksonville. We can't blame it on anywhere we live. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just we live in the state of Florida. It doesn't have great quality water. So,
Okay.
so we're here to ensure that your family does, though. And the home that you just invested money into stays protected, and your appliances stay protected, and you're not changing out your hot water heater all the time because
Right.
burning out the heating element and all of these other things. We're just protecting you against those things.
And that's one of the things people don't really think about, because the deposits and all that stuff in the hot water heater cause it to not last as long.
That's right.
And it's actually good to invest in a water softener early, if I'm correct, earlier versus like you've been in the house for like 20 something years and now these deposits are coming loose.
Well, now you've got to change your toilets because you got that everlasting ring around the bowl that won't go away. And you've got the soap scum that's built up on the shower walls that you just can't get rid of. CLR is not doing the job anymore.
Right.
And besides that, then you have, how much longer is my hot water heater going to last? You always have that headache and that worry and that anxiety of, is it going to go next month?
Sure.
We want to protect all those things. And then if you're buying a brand new home that has a tankless hot water heater, do you know how tiny those pipes are in a tankless hot water heater? They're so tiny. And then you have all this rock, sand, salt, dirt, metal, lead, and copper coming through. it's clogging them right up. And then if you go read your manual of your tankless hot water heater, you have to be below a certain grains per gallon of hard water for that warranty to actually be in effect.
Oh, really? So you have to have a softener?
Well, I mean, if you want your warranty to be, sure. I'm not going to tell anybody they have to have a softener.
Yeah,
but
sure.
You know, but it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's very important out there, people. It's even like, it's like the maintenance aspect of it. You got to read the fine print, because at some point there's going to be an issue with that tankless hot water heater or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go back to you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
But just think of it as kind of like a health thing, though, too.
Sure.
The human body is mostly water.
Oh.
So if we can remove certain chemicals, and I know we're both not in the health field necessarily, but if we can remove certain chemicals and stuff from the water, what is that going to do to a person's physical health, mental health?
And it's a great question, and I'd love to answer it, and I'm not sure I can.
But it's just a question.
Here's where I can. Well, I know I can. Let me rephrase that. I know I can, but again, I'm not here to scare people.
Right.
What I can say is you can log on to the EPA's website.
Oh, okay.
Type in your zip code, and it's going to tell you everything that's in the water, all of the chemicals that are in the water, and what it causes.
Really?
Okay. Now that scares people, so I try to stray away from that.
I'm okay scaring people, because I was thinking that before you came on. I was like, dude, if the human body, what is it, like 70-90% water?
I mean, something like that.
Yeah. So if we're mostly water and we're putting in junk water, what is that going to do to the human body and condition?
Well, and then how does our body filter it? You know,
it deposits in the brain and all the
stress. And
the heavy metals.
Sure. Sure. And again, the chemicals, one thing I absolutely love about our RO system.
And that's one of the things I was like, dude, I kind of dig his company. I don't know anything about it,
all of those
but I dig his company because of what they did.
And cleaning supplies and, all these things that sink into the ground that, our environment, our economy, we're putting into the ground. Well, we get our water from the ground. So it's mixing with all of these things and coming into our home. So we just want to ensure that, again, clean, healthy, safe, soft water for your family. That's it. We're here to help, not hurt.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I want to just go ahead and I'm going to roll this clip. Remember you were on the news?
I was.
Positively Jax, a local veteran, is getting help from the community to restore water at his St. Augustine home. Well, this veteran is in need of a well. He was having trouble finding a lender. That didn't sit right with the employee who'd been sent out to assess the well, so he decided to step in.
I just knew I needed to do something to get this family clean water. So I actually called the owner, Doug Workman of Liberty Pure, and Brandon Pollock and Melissa Pollock of Southeastern Pure Water. And I offered to pay out of my commissions for this system. And they said, absolutely not. This is something we all need to do as a team.
It means the world to me. No one's ever done anything like this for me and my wife. And I mean, it means the world to us. I can't explain it. It's that, it means that much.
Well, we're happy to see that. So by the end of the week, the veteran's family will also have a freshly cleaned up yard as well as a fixed lawnmower. So we're glad that this all worked out for him.
What really happened in that incident?
Sure. So I remember this. I know exactly what you're talking about. Months ago. I know exactly what you're talking about. But I went and met with a family on an appointment. Called us up and said, "Hey, our well water is just not working, and we don't have water coming into our home right now." And I'm not going to tell his story, but he got custody of his grandkids, and they were having to go to the neighbor's house to take showers and to get drinks and things like that. And it was an issue where financing just was not an option. Cash was not an option, but I couldn't leave the property. I just couldn't. My heart melted for that family. I made a couple calls. And we decided as a company that we were going to donate a full well package to that family to get clean water coming into the home for him and his grandkids. And he's retired. He lived his life. He raised his children. He served our country. And we just wanted to show our appreciation for everything he did for us. So we wanted to get back to him.
That's beautiful.
Roll it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Dude, I like you.
Yeah.
I like you.
I like you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I like you too, Patty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What I know about the company, I like it. I like what its mission is. I like that. Here, like, let's just be straightforward. No company out there just puts their price out there, especially like in-home sales. Yeah. The point is to get into the home and scare the bejesus out of people, and then they'll pay whatever they want.
Folks, I want you to call me, but I want you to call me knowing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want you to. You can trust us. We're here to help you. We're not here to hurt you. We want the best for your family.
See, that's why I like the company.
Can you find a cheaper system? Yes. But you're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah, 100%. It's like getting like a Pinto versus then Pintos used to be that you hit them in the back or they explode. Something
like that. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get one.
I feel like there's little shoebox cars right now that are like the same thing. You touch that car the wrong way, it's going to blow up.
Yeah. It's good until it gets hit. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure just having you on. You know, there's certain people that you run into in life, and it's obvious who they are just by their energy, the way they present themselves.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you're connected to a company that I believe encapsulates you. And the fact that you're even able to talk about pricing right out the gate, so that when people invite you in their home, they know exactly what they're getting. And now it's just you're showing them and you're just educating them. They know.
And that's my job. I'm an educator. So I'm going to come into your home. I'm going to test your water right in front of you.
Right.
And you're going to see the results. Now you already have all the information you need. Do you know how much it's going to cost? Do you know that you can pay for it cash if you'd like? Or you can finance it through me and we'll take care of that. But it's all about the results of the water and what do you think is best for your family. And that's all we care about.
Absolutely. Cliff, let the people know how they can get in contact with you so that they can have you come out, show them, educate them.
Yeah, it's simple. You can just call me at 904-792-3010. That is my work number. And if you can't get in touch with me on there, call my personal cell phone at 386-265-7109. If I don't answer, I'm in a home meeting with a family, helping them get on clean water. Just leave me a message. I'll call you right back.
That's awesome. I'm actually going to roll it in the description as well.
Okay.
So that people can get in contact with you. Maybe I'll roll it across the screen. I'm not sure exactly. But folks out there, make sure you guys get in contact with Cliff. The water here is what? We're worse than... No, California is the most worst. The most worst. I'm talking like my 5-year-old. The most worst, but they're the worst, and we're right behind them. And so
the worstest
is the extra most worst out there. Yeah. But hey, folks, look, if you want your appliances to last longer, you need a water softener. It's the bottom line. There's the deposits that sit there and just build up, and then you're not having as much hot water. But it's also going through the pipes and clogging them up. Kind of like the human body, the arteries and stuff.
I'm going to give David Moon a shout out. I mean,
David Moon?
Let's give David Moon a shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
The day he had me come out to his home and, he's got a baby on the way, Yeah. So him and his wife were super concerned, as they should be, about the water. And we were out there the next day, got him on system. And he came to the group and stood up and threw out that testimonial. He said, man, I've never felt so silky smooth in my life. So thank you, David.
Yeah.
But, I was glad to help the family.
David Moon, just so you know, I'm going to be coming over to your house to use your water to see for myself. I
think I live closer to you. Just come to my house. I've got one.
I have to see for myself.
Yeah.
But again, it's been an absolute pleasure and honor to have.
The pleasure is mine, really.
To have you out here. Yeah. I just really like everything that you've said. I like the pricing structure right up there in front. I like the education. And I like we're brothers in Christ.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the mission to bring clean water to people, and you're meeting people where they are.
Absolutely.
And I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, folks out there, make sure you reach out to Cliff. Make sure you get that water filtration system in your home, because it's going to help with those appliances, like I was saying. It's going to help with those deposits You know, that's really how you can maintain your home for a longer period of time. You know, you deal with the small things. And water is going through those pipes all the time, and those deposits are settling, the hard metals, all that stuff, the chlorine, just sitting there, right? But it's also going into your body. And we're not medical professionals necessarily, but Cliff actually, he threw out the EPA's website, and you can go through by your zip code, and you can see what type of elements or substances are in the water, and you can definitely see what those things cause. Yep. He's not meaning to scare you. That's my job.
I'll leave that up to you. I just want to help you folks. I'll give you a high five.
Yeah.
High five.
That's my job. But definitely take your health serious when it comes to your water. We are mostly water. That's the way God created us. So when you're thinking about, you know, maximizing your life, maximizing your investment in your home, think water filtration, think Liberty Pure, and think Cliff. So make sure you guys reach out to him.
Thanks so much, Thaddeus.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys reach out to him so that you can get that journey started. But again, this has been Cliff and Thaddeus on the Be Nice Individuals podcast, which is hosted here at the Flag the Voice podcast studio. I say this to you guys all the time. This is your space to come in here. Shout out your business, just like Cliff did. Shout out your ideas. You know, there's a lot of interesting ideas. I don't mind talking to those people. It can be weird. That makes for a good show, actually. But yeah,
I plan on coming back for some of that weird.
that weirdness. Okay.
I want some of that.
Yeah. That makes for good content. Yeah. Actually, I won't go into it, but some of those ideas that people have, even I'm thinking about starting one talking about like conspiracy theories.
Oh boy.
Yeah, ideas out there. There's some very interesting people out there with different conspiracy theories, and this is your space. I don't judge you. I won't judge you, but it'll make for a great show. Also, political candidates out there. If you want to connect directly to your constituents, your audience, it's a great way to make that happen. We have call-in features here so that you can take calls live if you want. And you don't have to answer everybody's question. If there's something that's a sensitive subject that you want to leave for more of a kind of a public forum where you have more of an answer that's going to hit all the points, you can say pass. But it just gives you an opportunity to be transparent if you want.
Come see Thaddeus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So again, this has been Cliff and Thaddeus on the Be Nice Individuals podcast, hosted here at the Flag of the Voice podcast studio. We'll see you next time.
God bless you.